What's up, world? It's your girl, Candy J, your resident planner girl. First and foremost, y'all, I just want to say Happy New Year. Woo! We are in a new year, y'all. I can't believe it. It's 2023. So today, what I want to do with you guys is to show you guys what planners I will be using in this 2023 year / season. I'm going to break this video down into two parts. So make sure that you come back to check out part 2 of this video. I'm going to show you what I am using, what I'm planning to use, and what I am using them for. I know it looks like a whole lot, y'all, but I promise you if you rock something that you can use for yourself. So if you are here to plan with me, make sure that you get your drink of choice. Mine is coffee, y'all, and let's get started. All right, y'all, quick commercial break. If you have not already, go ahead and head over there to my Instagram. My handle is planner_magic_melanin. Make sure that you like, make sure that you follow me, because that's where we chat, y'all. That's where we hang out. Also, make sure on my latest post that you comment that you're rocking with me over here on YouTube. All right, y'all, commercial break. Okay, y'all, let's start with the planner that I am using as my main planner. And when I say planner, you're going to see it's more like a system. So if you all have not seen it, I will link a card up at the top to show you what I was using in 2022. And I was using a basic Stalogy. So in this new year, I decided that the B6 size I still love, but I wanted to go into this new year with a little extra structure and then still have some freedom to do what I like to do with my thought process creatively. So the first main part of this system is this B6 2023 weekly essentials, and it is a collaboration between Aura Estelle and Annie Plans. So they have two B6 versions. This one is their dated weekly, and what you will see in this is that it will only have monthlies and weeklies. And I love the size, so that stayed the same for me. I just put a photo that I printed out from Canva that I found on Pinterest, more than likely, to make like as a inbox for me. I have used this image several times in multiple ones of my planner setups. So she's going to be in here. A lot of other ones are going to be in here that I use often, but I'm just using this page as an inbox, and my inbox usually consists of sticky notes. I didn't make too many changes to this planner itself because it is dated. I did add back in my children's school calendar that I use as reference for future planning. We will see there's a 2022, 23, and 24 overview page. And then there are 2 grid pages that come next. And what I'm using that for is my index. If you check out some of my other planner videos, you will see that an index is a consistent part of my planner system, and you will find them in all of my planners. So next, you'll see that the monthly is what's next. I have set up my January because we are currently in January, and for the most part, my monthlies are pretty minimal. You'll see some stickers here and there, but I just use this as an overall view of everything that's going on in my life for that particular month. And then you will see that the very next page is the weekly sections, and there is a full calendar at the top. There was a box section here that I'm using as my inbox. And then you'll see that the weekly is set up much like the Hobonichi Weeks, which is one of the things that drew me to this planner, because you'll have your weekly section on this side. And then this is just a grid sheet that you can be free with what goes here. So the system that I am using falls in line with all the other planners that I use. I have a section where I can habit track. I have a section that is my running to-dos, and then I also have a note section here. I've added a section for next week, so as I go, if there are things I want to remember for next week, I will put in this section. And that is how this planner goes. Every month is the same setup. You'll see the monthly calendar and then the weeks follow. I just needed something that was simple. And I also wanted something that was easy for me to keep up with. And deco wise, I've added these tabs at the top for each of the months. I bought these on Amazon. They come in multiple colors. And then I am using this transparent sticky note that I bought from Cloth and Paper. I'm using it as a bookmark for what month, which week I'm in that current week. So that is the first part of my B6 system is hold on, y'all. Bookmark. Okay, so this is a B6 Stalogy, and I am using my Stalogy as a extension or supplemental planner. You will see that when we get to another planner that I'm using this year, which is the Hobonichi Weeks, you will see that I'm kind of doing the same system, having a main like monthly, weekly planning system, and then a place where I can do my dailies. So this is the B6 Stalogy that I'm using. I kind of added some deco because I wanted this year to really reflect me and my personality. So you'll see my ollie clip. Y'all, I love ollie clips. You will see them everywhere in my planner life. This is a picture that I drew that I printed out and then I laminated, and I've been using her as deco. Every planner that is B6, my main planner, has had her on my cover. I just think she's dope. And then with the ollie clip, it almost looks like she's rocking headphones. So it reflects me completely personality wise. I found this picture on Pinterest and I thought it was a great anthem to go into the new year with. And it's a quote from Stevie Nicks, and it says, "Don't be a lady, be a legend." And you'll see that I put the legend in the background. This is really my vibe for this year, just being bold. So I wanted my cover page on my dailies to say and remind me about being bold this year. So I added some more deco. This is a picture that I amped up on my Procreate, and I put growing and glowing because that's kind of the vibe that I'm going into this year with as well. And I want to remind myself that every time I open my planner. This is a 2023 yearly overview. It's a calendar that I jazzed up in Canva and then printed out and stuck inside. And then you will see this is just some vellum that I made as a bookmark. And you'll see the next few pages are my index. Again, index are very consistent in my planning system. It's so much easier for me to be able to reference things within the bullet journal system in my planner. So I section out my indexes by work related. Then there's brand related items will go in that index. And then I have miscellaneous. So anything else that does not go in those categories. I have a bill tracker. This is more reference for me, and this is tracking phone extensions in my office. I work in a corporate-like setting, so there are people that I regularly need to talk to. So having a place where I can reference I think is going to be really helpful for me. I have not had one of these before. So here we go. Ollie clip again, y'all. This is now we go into my dailies. That's what the majority of this planner will be, is a place to do my dailies because I do not use dailies every day. So on this page, I put a picture as a little vision vibe deco. And then I have the January calendar. This is a printable from Sterling Ink. It is a freebie. She does these every month, and I will link in the description the sign up to be able to join her mailing list and her Facebook group to be able to have access to this file. So I just printed it out and then washi taped it onto the page for my cover page. I am going in with a monthly inbox to see how that goes. And then I just have space for dailies. So that is the system that I'm using currently with the B6. Okay, the next planner in my planning system for 2023 is a combination of a Hobonichi Weeks and then a supplemental notebook that I'm going to be using for dailies, just like I was doing with my B6. What I've found with my planning system, what has helped me to be effective, is no matter what planner I am in, the planner size may change, but the actual system does not change. The system is consistent throughout because it is easier for me to stay on top of things if there's a system in place. So you will see that throughout my system. So this is the Hobonichi Weeks. I bought the regular Hobonichi Weeks. Normally, I would buy a mega, and this year I did not buy a mega. Let me move the B6, y'all. I did not buy a mega, and at first I was really upset with myself because in the Hobonichi Weeks I actually heavily used the note pages in the back, and that is where I was doing my dailies. But this cover, this color, y'all, it's gold. I cannot really do this justice right now, but I honestly think it was the color that got me to buy this. And then when I realized that it was the regular Weeks, I had to figure out what I was going to do in reference to the dailies, because the Hobonichi Weeks size system that I'm using, I am using it as a combination of my wallet and then also my purse planner. So this is what goes with me even when my B6 does not. So again, the system had to be the same. So you will see I have sticky notes here. This is what I'm going to use as my inbox. This is a clear divider that I used my Cricut and cut out the little cheetah leopard prints and put on. I can't remember where I got this from, y'all. It was such a long time ago. But I know that I cut it down to fit the week size. I also am using this with extra sticky notes. Again, this is my inbox. And then I also have a kind of mini inbox on this side too. This is where I'm keeping blank sticky notes. These habit tracker sticky notes are from Cloth and Paper. And then these memo sticky notes are also from Cloth and Paper. So I'm using this as an extension for my inbox. On this page, I didn't utilize this much last year, but I am utilizing it in the same way. So I have the 2023 at a glance, and then at the bottom, I've put my scripture of the year, and the scripture that I chose from this year for this year is the same one that I went into last year with, and I'm going to continue that one. It still pricks something in my heart. So I know that that means I need to keep going with this one. And it's Matthew chapter 5, verse 16. And it says, "Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven." And this is what my scripture of the year is going to be. So I want to make it present whenever I open my planner. So I put that there. This section last year, I did not use at all. And to be honest, I couldn't really figure out what I could possibly use it for. So this year, I've decided to use this section to track my period. And then I'm going to use some of these smaller boxes up top. And this is where I'm now going to track my social media growth. So I have a YouTube sticker. I will notate at the beginning of the month how many subs I started with and then where I ended with at that month. And I'm tracking specifically YouTube and Instagram this year. Then we have my monthlies. For the most part, my monthlies tend to be minimal. It's more pen and highlight than anything else. But I use this the same way that I do in my B6 system, which is overall view of high-level items that are going on within the month. That will include work, home, brand, etc. Everything major will be on this calendar. I also have a section for notes at the bottom, and then there is a checklist that's at the bottom of the monthlies and the Hobonichi Weeks. And for now, I am trying out using this section to track what my monthly goals are. And I use the Hobonichi Weeks a lot for future planning. So when I find out there may be things going on further than the month that I am in currently, the Hobonichi Weeks has been a great way for me to be able to document that. And then when it comes to that particular month, I already have it notated. And I really love that about the size and what I'm using the weeks for. So you will see that there are some that I already have information populated. Because the Hobonichi Weeks, when they start a new book, the week in that planner starts like the end of November. You will see that for my monthlies, for the most part, I stop tracking major things in November because that is when I usually transition over into the new Hobonichi of the year. So we'll flip to my weeks. I'm using my weeks section the same way I was using it last year. And it is, I have one side that I have major date specific things happening. And then I am using this opposite side to track any major items or action things that I need to do on a particular day. I'm also marking when I'm off, when there are holidays, and then I'm also tracking the weather. I've been testing this out since the end of November of last year, and I find that I really like it more than I thought I would. So you'll see that my system again has not changed. I have a running to-do list that I keep here, and then I have a section where I can jot down things going on for the next month. This is November, December. As you can see, not much change. Well, at the end of December, you can kind of see that I've changed my next week section to more of a note section. And I think that has been more helpful for me for where I am right now. This is the last week of December. I started trying out a section for top 3, which would be the top three things on any given particular day that I have to or is a priority for me to complete. And I wasn't tracking that before, but I'm testing that out because I'm trying to pinpoint where my priorities are so that I can kind of change the way that I work to be more efficient. So we'll see how that goes. I started tracking my habits again. And then this is the current week that we're on. I, for the most part, has been really minimal in my weeklies. Not too much deco so much. You may see a sticker here or there. You'll see some washi. But other than that, there is no very large deco situation going on. And I'm finding myself a little comfortable in that. So we'll see how long that goes. So the issue that I had with the regular size weeks was the notes section and in how many pages it's limited to. So the way that I decided to deal with these pages is to use the notes section primarily for meeting notes and collections, like I'm tracking my medicine and things like that I take. So on this side, I made kind of like a vision board collage. I use a combination of stickers from the Happy Planner. This is a sticker that I drew, so I'm using that as well. And that's kind of the vibe that I'm going for this year. I'm still very heavy in my pinks and those types of colors, so that's what this page is for. On this note section cover page, I'm just using it to notate the major sections within my notes section that I can refer back to. And I have my index, again, separated by work-related, brand-related, and then I have a miscellaneous one. So I have a check register that I'm keeping in here, my planner buy list, things that I want to buy that's planner-related. And then you'll see I have basically a collection of meeting notes. I am taking my meeting notes in the Cornell note style. And to be honest, at first, I did not know how that would go, but I'm finding that it's been really helpful in the way that I take notes, the way that I retain information. So I have been doing this for a while now, and I think I found kind of a groove in how to use these. So you'll see I'll use the note sections at the bottom for different things. I've labeled the meetings, and this is something that I note in my index. So if you go to my work-related index, you'll see that I've notated where and what pages the particular meeting notes are. So that has been really helpful for me in reference to being more effective in the way that I take notes. I planned out how my B6 Stalogy system was going to be set up. I just did a mind map and kind of planned out what I thought in the sections that I may use. Some of these I have used, some of them I'm kind of undecided on, but I do definitely plan out my planners before I set them up. You'll see more notes. No, these are Bible study notes or notes from church revival. I take notes as well, same way as I do with the Cornell. And then I'm kind of freeform after that. And this has kind of worked out to be a comfortable space for me. These pages, I have no idea what I'm going to use them for. Probably nothing. But that is the other half of my Hobonichi Weeks system. If y'all have made it this far, thank you so much for rocking with me. Make sure, if you have not already, make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and above all else, share, y'all, so we can keep building this community. Also, make sure that you come back for part 2 of this video. Until next time, peace.